Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I want to appreciate you so much because of your great support. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You like this video, you give your opinion at the comment section below, and don't forget again to share this video. Again, UDA senator wants presidential term limit to be abolished. According to the Laikipia senator, John Kinyo, has come out again after a certain member of parliament, I think it was from Garissa, from which county, who came out advocating for the elimination of term limits for both the presidential and gubernatorial positions. He contends that such move will empower leaders at these two tiers of government to effectively fulfill their commitments to Kenyans. This is a mistake that William Ruto must not involve himself in. And if he's going to involve himself crafting, adding the presidential term limit, then William Ruto is going to find himself on a wrong history of the Republic of Kenya, politically speaking. Because it might not be now a Kenyan issue, but this might be now a military issue. You've seen several counties where military will just decide and take over from the president. The reason behind is because of such uncertain issues like this. I know some people will disagree, but the truth is, there are many scenarios that military always decides to decide on their own. If a president wants to extend his term, and some are usually doing this unconstitutional according to various government and also the rules and the motive, the way they have in their country. But as far as Kenya is so concerned, is that a president always have two terms. Two terms. One term, 5 years. And this is a total of 10 years in power. But at the same time, this is something that is coming out. We are asking, William Ruto now is having members of parliament. Majority of them are UDA, and William Ruto fought a very tight fight. At least he managed to lure some members of parliament from other political parties. But I know some people will say that William Ruto might not succeed, but he might succeed through the parliament. And this through the parliament, he will decide to bribe these members of parliament heavily, so that as he is embarking to kind of dictatorial leadership in the country, he's going to decide on whatever he wants to do. And that is why William Ruto is having majority in the National Assembly and also in the Senate Assembly. But now the problem will not be there. The problem will be about the military. Military will decide that now this is contrary to the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya, and because we want to ensure that democracy and justice is there in the country, they will decide to take over. And by taking over, they might announce the dates. They might announce the dates of the election. And William Ruto might be thrown under the bus. So William Ruto must not accept any kind of this. Because initially, there was a certain member of parliament. I don't know, he was coming from Garissa or Isiolo. I don't know. I'm not remembering his name faster. But this member of parliament came out saying that he was suggesting that 2 terms was not enough for William Samoei Ruto to deliver his promises. He wanted William Ruto to be added another 1 term more. And that was going to be 3 terms. Each term, 5 years. Each term, 5 years. So that was going to be 15 years in power. Some came out to say that let the president rule until he doesn't have strength. That is some people's suggestion. But the same from UDA brigades. As much as we are concerned, I know William Ruto is always advocating for those who have been thrown out from democracy and justice as different presidents across Africa. You saw whatever is happening in West Africa. That is Burkina Faso. We have Niger, we have Sudan. We have several countries that, as we speak now, military are leading. For example, like Burkina Faso, it is the military who has taken over. When you look at Niger, the military has taken over. And in fact, the president of the day has been thrown to a cell. And that is the kind of, in fact, they say the president is going to face a high treason penalty. So when you look at even the reason why they're doing that, they have their reasons. And the reasons are like this, where a president does not want to quit after he has finished his terms that has been stipulated in the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya or any other country. Then there's whatever always comes to happen. For example, you can see whatever is happening in Uganda. Uganda, Museveni is very intelligent. No one can come out to overturn his leadership. Why? Because initially I heard that his son was the leader of military. His son was the leader of military. So how can a leader of military who is his son can come out to overturn his leadership? Nothing like that. They will do as long as they can to make these other military juniors to stick on their legs. The same to William Ruto. He has not managed to do that. So even if they're having such experience or they're being given certain educations, I want to say it is literally going to be so burdening to them. Because if these members of parliament, the UDA legislature, is making assertions on today that there is a possibility of them coming out to craft this presidency term limit, it is not going to be good. And now it will not be any issue connecting with the people of Kenya, but there is something that is going to affect even the military. And military will come out to say, no, enough is enough. We cannot condone, we cannot tolerate this. And because we have a constitution and we believe in democracy and justice, we must fight for this. And by fighting for this, we must ensure we overthrow the president of the day because he finished his term. Because maybe a president might come out to decide that now we are not going to election. We are not going to election. For example, in 2027, William Ruto might decide we are not going to election. I have members of parliament. Let us vote this. And as we vote this in, I'm going to force this. But as long as he wants to do this, I know William Ruto will not accept. He will not accept. He understands the consequences. And the consequences are he might be overthrown shamelessly. And then the military might come out to decide that now you're going to election. And now it will be an entity of military. It will not be an entity of William Ruto or any other person. It will be an entity of military that now we are going to sponsor this general election. Then you decide on what to do. And this might be, again, another benefit to Kenya and revolution that we'll never see again in the Republic of Kenya. As those who believe that when they are having power, they can manipulate everything, like William Ruto and his brigade, I think time is now that in any case they're going to mess with the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. Let them be mentioned and let them come out to carry the burden. That in any case something that is going to happen wrong to our country, they must be answerable, because we having members of parliament from UDA side who are loose tongue. They can say whatever they can say to ensure that they're pleasing their master. But I believe William Ruto will not accept this. Ladies and gentlemen, what are thoughts? Drop your opinion in the comment section below. Otherwise, thank you so much because of great support. Bye bye till you meet on another video.